Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Simone here, and today I am here with part 2 of my birthday book haul. Yesterday's video was the first 15 books, and so I will link that in the cards and down below so you can go and check that one out. But today we are here with another 15. I decided not to do them in one massive book haul because it was just going to be a really long video, and I just thought that way I can spread it out and you can watch it in short bursts and hopefully you'll enjoy that. It's going to be a video for the next 4 days, or yesterday plus the next 3 days, and yeah, I'm really excited. So let me go on and show you the next 15 books that I got for my birthday. So the first one that I received, I don't actually know who I got it from, but it is Animal Farm by George Orwell. Animal Farm is a book that I'm really looking forward to reading, and I'm also very sceptical about, because I read 1984 and I did not love it. I think I gave it like a 2 or 3 stars. It wasn't my favourite. This, I believe, is about a farm where pigs run the farm, and yeah, it's meant to be interesting. It's quite like a modern classic, and I feel like this is a really interesting cover as well. Like, this is really funny. It's also super short. It's in like a little packet as well, which I find kind of cute. So yeah, I'm interested in reading this one, but I don't really know how I'm going to feel about it. The second book I've got today is actually one that I received from my dad. In fact, the next couple are. This one is Moby Dick by Herman Melville. My dad bought me this one from my Amazon wish list. This is a Wordsworth classic, and I'm trying to get a few of the Wordsworth classics because I really enjoy reading them, and I think that they're really cool looking as well. I don't know, there's just something about like the blackness of the spine and the book in general that I just really enjoy. Moby Dick is a book that I'm really intimidated by. It's what is it, 400 pages or so, but it's the story of Captain Ahab, who is his quest is to avenge the whale that stole his leg, basically, or caused him to not have his leg anymore. And it's him being obsessed. I've heard very mixed things. I think a lot of this is really just him being completely obsessed and just talking about a whale. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about it, but I am really intrigued, and I do really want to read it at some point. So yeah, it's also quite a big one, really. But yeah, I think it could be fun. The other one my dad got me actually is not right next, so I'll come to it at some point. The next one I actually got from Nicole from Beautiful Chaos of Books, so a massive thank you to Nicole, and she got me The Time Machine and Other Works by H.G. Wells, and I'm really excited by this one. This has The Time Machine, When the Sleeper Awakes, and The Chronic Argonauts, and I haven't read any H.G. Wells, but I believe H.G. Wells wrote The War of the Worlds, right? So I'm really interested to read more about the books that he has written, and yeah, again, it's another Wordsworth classic, which you know how much I love them, and yeah, I'm really, again, this one is definitely high up on my list of books to read, so thank you, Nicole. Next up, I have a book from Charlotte from Books and Bargains, so massive thank you to Charlotte. This one is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, and Charlotte said, "Happy birthday, I hope you enjoy this one as much as I did." And I hope I do as well. However, I know Leanne has talked to me about this one, and she really didn't like this book, and so I am really like nervous to read it. It says, Alicia Berenson lived a seemingly perfect life until one day 6 years ago, when she shot her husband in the head 5 times. Since then, she hasn't spoken a single word. It's time to find out why. And yeah, I'm intrigued. Again, this has been, it says on the front, the perfect thriller. So, I mean, you know, I've read a lot of thrillers, so we'll see if that's the case. But yeah, I think this one could be fun, but I'm quite skeptical about it. Next up, we have a book from the lovely Tilly from bookish_spoony on Instagram, and I love Tilly so much. And she bought me The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. So this is another Elizabeth Acevedo book, another stunning one, and one again that I'm really looking forward to reading. And she said, just had to get you the same book that you got me. Maybe we could even buddy read it. Have a wonderful day, lots of presents and cake. 100% we can buddy read it. I would absolutely love that, Tilly. I will message you later. This is really interesting. Like I said, I did buy The Poet X for Tilly for her birthday, which was in June, which was the month before mine. And so, yeah, that would be really cool. Again, this is a book written in verse, and that is not something I've read a lot of before. I did read a novel in verse maybe the beginning of the year and really enjoyed it. So I think maybe it could be something I'm interested in, and definitely it's kind of a quick read, I would guess. So yeah, I don't really know too much about the actual storyline. It just says a novel about first love and finding your own voice. But again, I've heard nothing but amazing things about Elizabeth Acevedo's writing, and now I have 2 of her books. I am so looking forward to getting to them. Then next up, somebody sent me A Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. This is the third, or is this the... hang on. This is the 3rd book in the Infernal Devices trilogy. I recently got myself the 2nd book and I already have the 1st one. So now I have the whole trilogy, so I can obviously read them through. You will probably know if you watched my June wrap up that I am reading these through in the order of publication, of the timeline, sorry. So obviously when I get to these ones now I have them all. Also, I love this cover. I think this is a really pretty on the cover there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Again, I don't know too much about this. I don't know anything about this particular book because, like I said, it's the 3rd book in the Infernal Devices trilogy, which I haven't read any of yet. And then again, somebody bought me Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea by April G. Tucholke, I think is how you say that. This is actually one of the oldest books on my TBR, so I think now I own this. This is probably going to be one that comes up for that prompt if it comes up on my wheel, which is quite exciting. This, I believe, is a romance and gothic horror book, but this is April Tucholke's debut. It says it's reminiscent of Du Maurier, which is interesting because I do love Daphne du Maurier. This says, I lived with my twin brother Luke and that was it. We were only 17 and it was illegal to be living alone, but no one did anything about it. Excuse me. Our parents were artists. They'd gone to Europe looking for muses in cafes and castles and blowing through the last of the family wealth. So I had the brilliant idea to rent out the guest house. Then the devil found me. So yeah, this is definitely sounds quite unsettling, but really cool. It also has massive writing and is quite short, so a quick read all round. Then we have 4 books that my wonderful best friend Leanne from Literary Diversion sent me, along with Helen as well. And honestly, both you guys, I absolutely love you both because this was literally the cutest thing, and the note honestly made me like well up. I was so excited. But this book in general is definitely one I'm looking forward to reading. So I got Heartstopper Volume 1 by Alice Oseman. Now I haven't read any Alice Oseman, but I keep hearing about her. I feel like everybody keeps mentioning how amazing her books are. This is a graphic novel as well, so as you can see it's set I'm just really looking forward to it. It's one I've heard so many things about. It follows Charlie and Nick, who I think are falling, or I think Charlie's falling for Nick. I think they're both kind of falling for each other. I don't really know. But yeah, I think this is going to be super sweet. At the back says, boy meets boy, boys become friends, boys fall in love. And my heart. Then the next one that Leanne and Helen got me was Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe by Fanny Flagg, which is a book that, again, I've heard loads and loads of people talking about. I believe that this is like... I feel like this is one of those books that I've never heard a bad thing about. It's quite big though. I expected it to be a bit shorter actually than, you know, my initial reaction. But it's nearly it is 500 pages. So this follows, it's about food again, which I'm always happy to talk about. This is about Idgie Threadgood and Ruth Jameson, who opened the Whistle Stop Cafe, where you could get food. What does it say? She was a character, all right. Ruth was just the sweetest girl you ever met, and Idgie, she was a character, alright. You never saw anyone so headstrong, but how anybody could have thought she murdered that man is beyond me. It's a mouth-watering tale of love, laughter and mystery. It will lift your spirits, and above all it will remind you of the secret to life. Friends, best friends. And Leanne and Helen are like my best friends, so this is definitely a great book to have got from them. Next up, they got me a non-fiction book, which I'm really excited by because I have not read anything by this author yet, and I'm definitely wanting to. They got me Smoke Gets in Your Eyes and Other Lessons from the Crematorium by Caitlin Doughty. This is a book about crematoriums, dead bodies, etc. And you all know I've read my fair share of those books, but I am so intrigued by them. And this is about death and about exploring our death rituals, and yeah, this sounds fascinating. And yeah, I'm really excited by this one. And then the last one that Leanne and Helen bought me is a bit more of a sort of light, heartwarming tale. This is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang, which I have heard again. So this is like BookTube darling, I feel like, at this point. I believe it follows a lady named Stella Lane who has Asperger's, and she's finding it hard to figure out how to, like, what her dating experiences should be. So she decides to hire a male escort to teach her how to be a good girlfriend. And I think it's about them meeting and kind of their relationship and what goes on from there. Either way, again, this sounds fascinating and definitely one that I'm intrigued by. Next up, I actually won a giveaway on Victoria from What Victoria Read's channel. When she hit 1k subscribers on YouTube, she did a giveaway where if you entered, you could win up to £20 on Amazon, and so I was one of the winners. So a huge thank you to Victoria, and again a massive congratulations on 1k, because that's just fantastic. And basically, as I said, I won the giveaway, and I said to her, she asked me which books I wanted, and I said just pick some from my just pick some from my Amazon wish list and I will be very happy with them, I'm sure, because I want all of them on there. And the first one that she got me was Slay by Brittany Morris. This is a book that I'm really excited about, and actually by the time this goes up I may have read this one. I'm reading this for the Join the Six TBR, which I'm really excited by. This follows a 17-year-old girl named Kira Johnson who goes to Jefferson Academy, and she's one of the only black kids there. And at night time she joins hundreds of thousands of black gamers who duel worldwide in the secret online VR game Slay. Little does everybody know that she is actually one of the developers, or the developer, of Slay, and not even her boyfriend knows this. And then I think there's a teenager who's murdered over a dispute in the Slay world, and it's depicted as this racist hub for thugs, and then she has to then try and deal with how to create a safe space, because for her obviously Slay is her life, and so it's now being threatened, and that's not a good thing. So I'm really excited by this one. I think any book with gaming in it is really interesting, and I'm going to try and get AJ to read this one as well. So I also was sent a book by the publishers. I have a lovely lady on book publicity services who often sends me books. I've had quite a few from her actually, and I've really enjoyed them, including the Thomas Wildus and the Book of Sorrows, which I really loved, and Radioactive Evolution, which again I really loved. And this time I got Rico Stays by Ed Duncan. I believe this is the third book in a series, but you don't have to read them in order. However, I have now bought the first book in that series because I really wanted to read them in order. This is quite a short book as well. This basically follows... It says, after enforcer Richard Rico Sanders stepped in to protect his girlfriend from a local mob boss's hot-headed nephew, all hell broke loose. And I think now people are coming after him, etc. And again, this is such a cool cover, and I'm really excited about it. It feels really, really nice, and I'm just really glad that, like, I think it's really cool when people, like, when I get sent ARCs. So thank you very much to Book Publicity Services and to Ed Duncan for sending me this. The second book that I got from the giveaway from Victoria was Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, and I am stunned by this book. It's so pretty, like actually stunning, and I'm just can't even get over it. This is not a book that I would necessarily... If you just read the synopsis to me, I wouldn't necessarily pick this up, because it follows Alex Stern, who I think there's something to forbidden magic, and she goes to Yale, and it's that like dark academia thing, which isn't necessarily my thing. However, it's written by Leigh Bardugo, and we all know how I feel about Leigh Bardugo's Six of Crows duology. I absolutely love them, and so I'm definitely intrigued enough to pick up this book. Also, Stephen King says impossible to put down, and if Stephen King says it, then... well, it must be true, right? Yeah, I'm genuinely just really, really looking forward to this. I think it's kind of like fantastical, and I think it could be fun. And then the last book that I'm going to talk about in today's video is going to be this one, which I actually ended up receiving from somebody who I don't know. This is What the Corpse Revealed by Hugh Miller. It says Murder and the Science of Forensic Detection. It actually says on the front that it's for the readers of Patricia Cornwell would really enjoy this, and I was like, and you know how much I love Patricia Cornwell. So this is about how it's about forensic science basically, and it's very there is some gory pictures in there. There's actually a picture of a dead body in there, which is pretty gruesome, and I wasn't expecting it necessarily. However, I'm intrigued, and this is 8 non-fiction, so you know how I love those kind of things, and I'm excited by this. So there you are, guys. That is the second book in my 4-part birthday haul series. If you bought me a book and it hasn't come up yet, don't worry, there are still going to be 2 more days of this. I have plenty more books, trust me. I'm really excited to be able to share these books with you as well. I've been keeping them on my shelves and stuff for so long. I'm really looking forward to it. But yes, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and come back tomorrow for another video. Bye, guys.